Good morning, everybody. My name is Barry Schwartz, and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, October 28th, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com over the past week. Google had some really big ranking shifts right after Google confirmed the spam update was complete. By right after, I mean a whole day after, which is interesting. The query data is back in GA3's Search Console query report. The Google Ads API has been updated. There's new Performance Max features. Google and Microsoft both announced earnings, and there's a ton more. So stay tuned, watch to the end, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment to the video. And of course, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Duda. Duda is the professional website builder you can call your own. Check them out. They're a really cool tool, and I think you'll like them. All right, so we had a potential unconfirmed or maybe confirmed Google algorithm update on October 22nd, 23rd. This was the day or so after Google confirmed the spam update was complete. So Google on Friday morning, October 21st, confirmed the spam update was complete. We saw some sites get really hit hard, but not a wide range of sites get hit hard. And then October 22nd rolled out a day later, and I've seen tons of websites complaining about getting hit, tons of SEO chatter, tons of tools noticing the big change as well. You can see from these tools, they all spiked the day after the spam update was released. So I'm not sure if it just took time for that spam update to actually be realized by people, SEOs, and tools, or if it was something completely different that rolled out, not a spam update, after Google afterwards. So I'm not sure, but if you were hit around October 22nd, 23rd, not hit by the spam update potentially, maybe hit by the spam update because it was delayed, I don't know, but you are not alone. There's lots and lots of chatter around that update. Google Search Console and Google Analytics fixed their integration pipeline between GA3, Universal Analytics 3, and Google Search Console's query data. So now if you go to your Search Console query report in Google Analytics 3, you will see all query data has been backfilled. That was updated just a few days ago, and it's great to see it's back. Google Analytics 4 has updated and added a bunch of new features. They are launching behavioral modeling and real-time reporting in GA4. Also, a new homepage slightly updated to show you more relevant information. There's custom channel reporting. There's Campaign Manager 360 integration. They're bolstering their setup assistant to make it easier for people to move over from GA3 to GA4. And they actually pushed off the dates for sunsetting Universal Analytics 360. Not Universal Analytics 3, but Universal Analytics 360 has been pushed off until 2024. So that's the quick news around Google Analytics 4. If you want more information, I posted about it this morning at seroundtable.com. Google Search Console also fixed another bug, specifically with mislabeling some rich results. And Google said on October 25th, structured data issues were mislabeled as errors when in fact they were warnings. Search Console will relabel them correctly in your reports. As a result, these issues will move from the critical table to the warnings table in your rich results type report. The issue count in the critical tables will drop to 0 or lower, and the issues will be added to the warnings to the pre-0 count. This is strictly a reporting issue, Google said, and it does not affect your rich results in the Google search display at all. So keep in mind, you may see a whole shift in errors and warnings in your Search Console rich results report. Also talking about fixes, Google fixed a Favicon bug that we reported last week, where the Favicons for the past several weeks, I think 4 to 5 weeks or so, were not showing up for all websites. Google fixed some type of bug, and now they're all back as of this week, which is pretty cool. Google's John Mueller confirmed this morning that they no longer use the old page speed algorithms from 2010 or from 2018. Those are gone. I think this is the first time Google confirmed they're no longer using it. And it makes sense because they have the page experience update, which incorporates page speed elements from the core and vitals. So John Mueller confirmed that this morning. Google's confirmed that also site name is specified at the domain level, but favicons can be specified at the domain and subdomain level. So again, you can't specify a site name at the subdomain level or at the subfolder level, but you can specify the favicons at those two levels, but you can't specify the favicons at the subfolder level. Hopefully that makes sense. That's all the documentation has been updated. Google also said there is no documented length or limit for the site name. There's no specific limit that the site name. You want to look at the search results and make sure your site name fits well. And then John Mueller went off on making some German jokes saying how long people's names are, or company names or words are in German. And because of that, site names have to be somewhat long. So that's pretty funny. And also John Mueller said you'd be lucky if you end up in the same place after changing your URL structure. So again, John Mueller's like, do not change your URL structures. He's been saying this for the past decade or more. Don't change your SEO, your URLs for SEO purposes, he said. And he said, even if you do and you have to do it, good luck, because you'll be lucky if your website and rankings stay in the same place as it was. I posted about this morning, and it's true. It used to be the case where it would be easier, but it seems like now if you change URLs, it's super hard to gain your rankings back to where it was. There may be fewer rich results showing up in the Google search results. RankRanger, SEMrush, Mozcast, they're all showing very, very weird changes to not just FAQ schema, but other things dropping out of the results. I'm not sure if it's a bug with the reporting tools. I know the different tool sets are looking into it, but if you are seeing fewer rich results, you're not alone. It seems like something is going on either with the tools or with Google Search. Talking about changes, it looks also like the local pack is showing up less often. Joy Hawkins noticed this anecdotally by her normal searches. She's a local SEO, so she noticed less local packs. But Mozcast is showing about half as many local packs as they normally do in the search results, from like 40-something% to about 25% of queries containing local packs. RankRanger showed a dip as well, but not a significant one, from like 49% to 44%. And SEMrush showed like a 1% dip. So maybe something's going on, or maybe it's just harder for these tools to track these things. But people are noticing less local packs in the search results. Google also seems to be rolling out the new menu for managing your Google business profile directly in web search, where it expands all the options. Kind of looks ugly, but you can actually quickly go ahead and search for your business or search for my business in Google search, and you'll see that new menu. Google is also testing a new Explore feature in the visual products results. So visual products has been around for several months, being tested for several months. It's officially live for everybody if you do search for product or e-commerce related queries. And with that, Glenn Gabe spotted this new Explore More feature. Here's a screenshot of that in those types of features, which is pretty cool to see. Bing is testing showing a search box, a really full-size search box, depending on your window size, at the bottom right corner of the search results, the big search results as you scroll, which is pretty interesting. If your browser is a little smaller, you'll see a magnifying glass, but they're actually embedding that search box at the bottom right. SEMrush came out with their own zero-click study to compete with the SparkToro Rand Fishkin zero-click study, and it did a little bit different look at how zero clicks are. In short, SEMrush's study said it's about 25% in terms of zero clicks, whereas SparkToro was more at 65%. If you break it down by desktop versus mobile, desktop was 26%, whereas mobile was more 17% zero clicks. The very interesting study. Definitely recommend you take a look at that. That was done by SEMrush and Marcus Tober at SEMrush. Pretty cool. Google Ads has released a new version of the Google Ads API, version 12.0. This is a major release of a bunch of new features, a ton of new features. If you want to take a look at the full feature set, I posted about it on October 27th. Google also has released a bunch of new Google Ads Performance Max updates yesterday. Specifically, they released a new Performance Planner integration, support for Performance Planner with Performance Max. They also released schedule AdSense groups with automated rules, first-party data segmentation, and up to 15 headlines as opposed to just 5 headlines can be mixed in with the Performance Max ads. So definitely take a look at that as well. Both Google and Microsoft have released their revenues, their earnings report this week, and what it showed is that both are somewhat disappointed in their earnings, where Google was much more disappointed than Microsoft, I believe. But Google's ad revenue increased the slowest this month I can't remember the last time they increased this little. Their Google Ads revenue specifically was up only 4.2% compared to year over year, where Bing Ads revenue was actually up a lot. It was up 16%. So just to give you some insight, their stocks were down in pre-market about 5% each. And this didn't look good. Previous quarter, Google saw their ad revenue increase about 13.5%, which is also a slower increase. Before that, it was up 22%. And before that, it was up 32% across both Microsoft and Google. So the ad decline is definitely declining in terms of the amount of increases those two companies are seeing. But 4.2% is not good at all. Google's Lizzie Sussman and John Mueller had a great Search Off the Record podcast a couple weeks ago. And it was funny to hear Lizzie talk about how she made an SEO, she has to like make SEO recommendations to their development team to say, could you make these changes? And they were talking about sitemap changes, how they want to break up the sitemap, and she sent that off to the developer saying, please make this sitemap change. And those developers said, no, we're not going to do it because in the SEO documentation that Google provided, it says we don't really need to do that. And she's like, well, I wrote those documentations and we kind of do need, it's kind of funny. Definitely take a listen to it. It's a really fun search podcast to listen to. Sure, search off the record. In any event, thank you so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. My name again is Barry Schwartz. That's the search news we covered over the Search Engine Roundtable, SEOroundtable.com over the past week. Sorry for the congestion. Woke up this morning a little bit congested. And of course, thanks to Duda. Thank you, Duda, for sponsoring. Deeply appreciate it. They're the professional website builder you can call your own. Everyone have a great weekend. Subscribe, like. Speak to you again. Bye-bye.